Gautam Adani is back in the news again. His firm's green wing, called Adani Green, is in advanced talks with leading global banks to raise almost $2 billion as loan. The loan proceeds, as per senior officials, will be used to build new capacity in solar and wind projects. The potential borrowing is taking place just a few weeks after Adani Group completed $3.5 billion funding package to refinance debt used to purchase Ambuja Cements and ACC. Remember, few weeks ago? So, is Adani Enterprises back on its feet? Has the firm rebuilt investor confidence after the great short-selling fiasco in January this year by Hindenburg? Hello, my name is Abhinav Trivedi and you are watching Mint Explains. Let's be frank here. Adani Enterprises bouncing back on its feet is still a work in progress, but the progress is happening pretty fast. The shares of all the Adani companies were in red post the Hindenburg allegation, but the recovery started in March when marquee investor Rajiv Jain and his firm GQG bought stakes in 4 Adani Group companies, including the ports, Special Economic Zone, Adani Green Energy, Transmission and Adani Enterprises. The firm upped its stake by 10% again in May, and since then, Adani Group has been on an upward trend in the stock market. Now, let us break this down into equity and debt. Let's start with equity first. Recently, the second quarter results of most Adani Group companies were announced. The latest quarterly earnings of Adani Enterprises shows a 51% drop in net profit to almost 228 crores as compared to last year, while the revenue fell down by almost 41%. The sharp fall in net profit was despite a twofold rise in the other income, close to rupees 550 crores. Now let's come to Adani Power. The group reported a net profit of 6,594 crores in the September quarter, which is more than 8 times from the year ago period. Revenue rose almost 84%. Adani Total Gas consolidated profit increased by 8% to 173 crores in Q2 from 160 crores last year. Adani Green Energy profits soared 149% year-on-year to 371 crores from 149 crores in the year-ago quarter. Cement maker ACC clocked a consolidated profit of rupees 388 crores from Q2 against a loss of 87 crores in the corresponding quarter last year. These are huge developments. Ambuja Cements Q2 profit came in at rupees 987 crores as against 51 crores year-on-year. Adani Wilmar logged a surprise loss of 131 crores for this quarter. In fact, most of the Adani Group stocks are in green right now while we are filing the story. Now, let's come to debt. The Adani Group recently closed in on a $3.5 billion loan to refinance existing debt that was taken to fund the purchase of ACC and Ambuja Cements. According to a Mint report, Adani Group entered into refinance agreements with banks such as Deutsche, Standard Chartered, Barclays, Citibank, MUFG Bank and Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation and other lenders with a debt maturity of up to 3 years. Now, reportedly, Adani Green, the green champion, is in advanced talks with leading global banks to raise almost $2 billion, $1.8 billion to be precise. The banks involved again are Barclays, BNP Paribas, Deutsche Bank, First Abu Dhabi Bank, Rabobank and Standard Chartered. These are big names, ladies and gentlemen. So not only retail equity investors, but also big banks and private equities are putting their fate slowly back on the Adani Group. Now, this is one side of the story. The second part is that there are still sides of suspicion. The Supreme Court recently had deferred the Adani Hindenburg case to November 24th. Earlier, on October 20th, the Apex Court had deferred the matter for 10 days. The Supreme Court was scheduled to take up the matter relating to SEBI's investigation regarding alleged financial misinterpretation and stock manipulation by the Adani Group, as suggested by the US-based short seller Hindenburg Research in a report in January this year. A couple of investors Mint spoke to said on the condition of anonymity that Supreme Court deferring the case for the second time is not a good sign. Secondly, there was a report recently by ED submitted to SEBI that 12 firms had reportedly gained by short selling in Adani Group shares in January, just days before the report was made public. Now, not much information is available in the public domain as to who these firms were and who were the individuals behind them. Lastly, according to some investors, although the group has all the political and financial backing, there is still an air of uncertainty, which has a risk of bursting any time. The group's flagship company's market capitalization and share price is far behind than what it was before the Hindenburg allegation. But the company and its core management is leaving no stone unturned to revive the market sentiment in its favor. So is Adani Group back in business? Of course. As much as it was before Hindenburg? Not there yet. We shall keep you posted at Mint Explains. See you soon on the next episode.